It's FIDE Master John Curtis. Have I got something for you? Did I scare you? Well, I'll tell you what, I certainly scared my opponent. I just played a game, casually of course, on Lichess. Yesterday I got to 2,491. I was filthy. Only 9 points off my record making 2,500 rating. I've slipped back to 2,408, but look what happened just minutes ago. I'm playing Dodak. He's white. He's 2,457. So I said, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at him. And so what I've done is I've mated him in 19 moves. I sacrificed on move 13. That's a check. Move 14, check. 15, check. 16, check. 17, check. 18, check. And move 19, checkmate. Let's get into it, okay? And we're going to have a look at this game. What a game. Right. He played E4. I played E5. And he played knight F3. I responded with knight to C6. The Guico piano main line this is, right? You can see the little book indicators. And it's not going to last long, this game. It's only a 5-minute game on Lichess. I played bishop to C5. And the whole idea is you want to use that black bishop as a bit of a weapon, if you can, in the Guico piano. So that was my intention. Let's see how well I did using that black bishop. Of course, I used my knights as well, as you'll soon see. Rightio, so he played C3, now his idea is D4. How can you fault white's position? It's picture perfect. And the chess engine at chess.com is saying it's a book move. So I played bishop b6. It says it's an inaccuracy. I should play knight f6. But I still scored 96.3% accuracy, according to the chess engine here. Anyway, he castled, so I thought, well, okay, I'll just quietly play d6. Engine says knight to f6 is best, but d6 is excellent. And the difference is only 0.003%. So it's pretty close to being the best move. And here he comes. He plays a star move. Best move. He's 2,457. He's coming to get me. He wants to push the pawn. It's the old trick where you win a piece. If he's allowed to push the pawn in this position, he will win a piece, because after I capture it, he recaptures with queen checks, and he'll win a piece, right? Okay, so I've got to be very, very, very cautious. And he wants to play b4 and all that nonsense. So I created a little bolt hole, a6, so my bishop can slip back to a7. Sneaky, huh? Anyway, so he played b4. He still wants to intimidate me. That's the word. He's got a higher rating. He's 2,457. He doesn't know that yesterday I was 2,491. That's my 9. I'm filthy. Although he's 9 points short of 2,500. I'll get there, don't you worry. I'll get there. I'll get to that 2,500. Anyway, I played bishop to g4. And I pinned the knight. Right, so I pinned the knight, and that's to counterbalance this pressure on the d4 square. So if he plays d4, I've got a great welcoming committee for him with the knight and the bishop, right? So it makes him a bit more reluctant to play d4, which is his freeing move and commanding the centre and the like. But he's annoying me on the wing a little bit. So he played d3, thought, well, I'll just consolidate here against this guy. Maybe he knows what he's doing. So I thought, well, all right, then while you're consolidating, I'll play queen to f6. Now have a look at what I've done. I'm trying to intimidate my friend here, my opponent. I've got my bishop on b6 working. It's developed, isn't it, right? I've got my knight on c6. It's working. I've got my bishop on g4, and it's working. And now I brought my queen into the game, and I've got two pieces attacking the knight. and with the idea of just doubling his pawns and going to an endgame. Maybe. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, he played knight b file to d2. And apparently the engine says he should belt me with his bishop. Right now, had he done that, had he belted me with his bishop, well, normally a lot of these types of positions, you can take the knight, you win a piece. But unfortunately, in that position, I can't win a piece. So I might just play queen here or something, queen to g6. Right, that might have been the move that I would have played, but that's a different game altogether. And it says White's got an initiative, so White would be winning if he played that move. But he played knight in the b file to d2, and the engine says it's not much different. It's only plus 0.64 for knight in b file to d2, and for the bishop to g5 move, the best move, it's only plus 0.66. which is only 0.02%. So he still played a very good move. Anyway, I played knight g file to e7, and I got a star move on completing my development. And you wouldn't think that I would checkmate him with that knight, would you? So anyway, I brought it out. So it's going to perform a function. Let's have a look and see what happens. Okay, so he played bishop to b3. This is a funny little move. Engine likes it. It says it's not a bad move at all. It says h3 was better. Now, isn't it funny? Remember that in this position, the engine said h3 was a good move. Remember that move, h3. Okay, well, he didn't play that. He didn't want to weaken his king side. But now I've played knight to g6. Now, the whole idea is I want to play knight over here. So on that square, I'll be on the knight, and the bishop would be on the knight, and the queen would be on the knight, and basically I want to put his lights out. I want to say, good night, buddy, I've got you, right? But my plan was to beat him positionally. I didn't have an idea of what was coming, right? But this is what he did. He played g3. Now, it's logical when you think about it. If you think about it, really, it's quite logical because it stops this knight here move. I can't play knight there, can I? Right? Because he'll just take it off, okay? Well, one would think he could just take it off. Okay, so what do you do in a position like that? How would you continue your attack, right? Would you castle? What would you do? I don't think we've got time to castle. I can count 4 minor pieces across that rank. I can count 2 minor pieces along there, so all 4 minor pieces are developed, and the queen, right? And we've got this long bishop attacking the black squares along the king side. We've got this lovely pin down here. We've got the queen coming down in here. So there's a lot of power being exerted in this position, but unfortunately, there is no winning move, is there? Because if we take the knight, we play bishop takes knight, he just recaptures with his queen or his knight, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. Well, we don't want that. So we thought, well, how do we open him up? And I came up with this idea. Bang! h5. h5. Normally it's white that plays h4, h5, but I thought, well, no, my plan is to open him up. I want to bring another piece into the action. So I'm not happy with just having this bishop and this queen and this bishop attacking his king. I want the rook to come in as well. That's right. I want everybody to join the fun. I want all my pieces to be in the party, right? Having a bit of fun here. Anyway, because that's what you do. You throw everybody in. It's a war game, right? So you can't just have a few people having a little skirmish on the side. No, you've got to involve the whole army. They're going to work like a blitzkrieg. You know, you're going to hit them from the air, you're going to hit them from the ground, you're going to fire your tanks and planes all at the same time. You're going to hit them on the left, hit them on the right. You're going to confuse the crap out of them, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm throwing all my pieces into the mix. Anyway, so he played king to g2, and I thought, well, surely you've got to do something a little bit more exciting than king to g2. Anyway, because what he does, the engine's, you can see the arrow there, the engine's giving him a question mark and saying, hey, buddy, you had to stop this rook coming in. Remember, there was a whole lot of pieces trying to enter your space, your personal space there, right? And now the castle wants to come in. You can't let that castle come in too. You can hold him off if you can just stop that castle coming in. Well, he didn't. So you know what I did, don't you? Well, I pushed the pawn on. Of course I did. And now, this is move 12. Now he's going to respond. Now he's a bit worried. He's thinking, oh, if I could just chase that bishop away, I might be all right. If I could chase the bishop away. So you know what he does? Fatal mistake. He tries to chase the bishop away, thinking, oh, he wouldn't, would he? And so he plays h3. And so I looked at it for about a few seconds and I thought, oh, is there a checkmating line there? What can I do? And I thought, oh, to hell with it. Let's go for it. I think I can see checkmate in 7. Right, so here we go. Move 1, check! Double exclamation mark! We're not mucking around here. Boom, we're throwing everything at him, right? And now he's basically busted. If he doesn't take the bishop, well, he moves his king back. Well, it's curtains, isn't it? Hey? It's curtains for him. He's lost everything. The whole lot will just fall apart. So he took it, but that's worse. The engine says king g1 is best. Isn't it bad when the engine says king g1 is best? Hey? I could even take this pawn off if he played king to g1, and he can't even recapture that. Look at the attack, will you? See the bishop's down on that g pawn, on the f pawn. His position is just totally smashed. But he thought, well, I might as well at least take the piece because otherwise I'm lost anyway. I'll see if this joker can see a checkmate. Anyway, that was move 1, check, right? Move 2, another check. He's thinking, oh, hold on, maybe it's a bit too unsafe moving forwards. I better go and run and hide. So he went and hid in the corner, but then I brought another check in. That's the third check. And what does he do now? Well, he takes a pawn off. Well, he should have went backwards because I'm coming forwards. How many checks is that? That's quite a few checks. So we've had 4 checks in a row. And where's he going now? He's got to come forwards anyway. So time for another check, isn't it, folks? Oh, 5 checks. So where's he going now? I can put his knight there. 6 checks. And where's he going now? Well, there's only one square. King to f5. Really? Checkmate. Move 7. 7 checks in a row. Chased his king right up the board. Bang. And that's how you beat Mr. Dodo Skak 2,457. Well, that game was played less than an hour ago on Lichess by Dr. Stupid. That's me. Dr. Stupid. That's my Lichess name. And hopefully I can get back to that 2,500 rating. If you like this video, thumbs up, and I'll bring you more great content as soon as I can create it, right? So we're trying to create the content as we're going, let you enjoy your chess, and at the same time give you an idea how to formulate these attacks yourself and have a whole lot of fun doing so, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's a fun channel. So please thumbs up the video, and it's free to subscribe on YouTube, and you'll get notifications of more of these fantastic games to play through. And well, I'll catch you next time.